Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's U.S. End-of-Day Technology Deep Dive for Thursday, August 14th, 2025. Tonight we'll cover market moves across technology, communications, and healthcare sectors, including key stocks and ETFs. I'm your host, Ira Roth. Let's dive in. Tech-related indexes closed slightly lower today. The Nasdaq 100 ended at 23,832, down 17 points. The technology sector closed down for a second consecutive day at 5,364. The healthcare sector maintained its upward trend, rising 8 points to 1,560. Market breadth shows weakness in today's session. The Nasdaq Composite saw decliners outpace advancers by more than 2-1. The technology sector showed similar weakness, with 591 declining stocks versus 167 advances. However, monthly breadth remains positive across all indexes. Looking at returns, communication services leads the week with a 1.6% gain. Healthcare shows the strongest weekly performance, up 2.9%. Year-to-date, technology and communication services both show impressive gains exceeding 16%. Among top performers, Intel surged 7.3% to 23.86. Skyworks Solutions gained 2.3% to 75.36. Qualcomm extended its winning streak to 6 consecutive days, while Amphenol broke out from recent consolidation. On returns, Intel shows remarkable strength, up nearly 20% both week-to-date and month-to-date. Amphenol leads year-to-date performance with an impressive 59% gain. Qualcomm maintains steady momentum with a 7% weekly advance. Among decliners, the trade desk fell 6.6% to 50.76, while Enphase Energy dropped 5.8% to 32.22. Keysight Technologies declined 3.3%, and Datadog fell for a second straight day. Year-to-date losses are substantial for some tech names. The Trade Desk and Enphase Energy are both down over 50%. Datadog shows weakness with an 11% monthly decline, while Zebra Technologies maintains mixed momentum despite today's pullback. Technology ETFs showed mixed performance today. VanEck Semiconductor ETF stood out, reaching a new all-time high for the third consecutive day, closing at 301.92. The QQQ and Vanguard Information Technology both edged lower despite maintaining very strong upward trends. Looking at returns, VanEck Semiconductor ETF leads the group with a 24.7% gain year-to-date, significantly outpacing its peers. ProShares Ultra QQQ has posted strong weekly gains of 2.6%, while its inverse counterpart, ProShares Ultra Pro Short QQQ, has declined 45% year-to-date.
Looking at stocks and tech industries, I'm Sally Short. Amazon led the group, rising 2.8% to 230.98, showing a very strong upward trend with 3 consecutive up days. Alphabet, Microsoft, and Meta platforms all posted modest gains with strong positive trends. Apple dipped slightly, but maintains a strong upward trend. Week-to-date returns show Amazon leading with a 3.7% gain. Meta platforms and Apple both posted weekly gains around 1.5%. Year-to-date, Meta stands out with a 33.6% return, while Microsoft has gained nearly 24%. In semiconductors, GCT Semiconductor topped the list, surging 9.8% to 1.34. QuickLogic and Intel showed strong momentum, climbing 8.8% and 7.3% respectively. Peraso broke out of an 8-day consolidation period with a 6.4% gain. Week-to-date performance shows Intel leading with a remarkable 19.6% gain. Datavault AI and QuickLogic both posted weekly gains exceeding 10%. Year-to-date, GCT Semiconductor and QuickLogic have declined over 42%. In cloud computing, Amazon led gains with a 2.8% increase. Alphabet and Microsoft posted modest gains under 0.5%. Atlassian broke out of a 3-day consolidation pattern despite its overall negative trend. Looking at returns, Oracle stands out with a strong 47% year-to-date gain. Microsoft has gained nearly 24% this year. Atlassian shows the weakest performance, down 32% year-to-date, with a 14% decline this month. In AI and robotics, Nasdaq broke upward from a 5-day consolidation, gaining 0.8%. ASML Holding, Boeing, and Oceaneering International all showed slight declines despite maintaining positive trends. Year-to-date performance shows RTX and Boeing leading with gains of 34% and 32% respectively. ASML and Nasdaq posted modest gains around 9–10%, while Oceaneering International declined 14%. In thematic ETFs today, AI and robotics funds showed a mixed performance. Automation and robotics saw minimal declines while maintaining very strong positive trends. AI and Technology and AI and Innovation Fund both exhibited sideways movement over 3 days. Looking at returns, Automation leads the week with a 3.9% gain. Year-to-date, the group shows strong performance with AI and Technology up 17.1%, and AI and Innovation Fund gaining 17.2%. Electric vehicle stocks faced pressure today. Polestar bucked the trend with a slight gain, breaking out from sideways movement. NIO and BYD both dropped 3.6%, while Tesla declined for a second straight session. On weekly returns, Polestar leads with a 3.9% gain, while NIO lags, down 8.1%. Year-to-date, BYD shows the strongest performance up 26.7%, while Tesla has declined nearly 17%. In quantum computing, Rigetti Computing surged 4.2%, marking its 4th consecutive positive close with increased volatility. TE Connectivity extended its winning streak to 3 days. IonQ fell for a 3rd straight session while maintaining mixed trends. Rigetti Computing leads weekly gains at 16.5%. TE Connectivity shows impressive year-to-date returns of 44.8%. IonQ and Honeywell both show slight year-to-date declines. Solar stocks showed some strength today. Maxeon Solar Technologies gained 3.6% for its 3rd straight positive close. Zeo Energy rose 3% despite strong downward volatility. Array Technologies advanced for a 3rd consecutive session. Array Technologies leads weekly returns with a 10.5% gain. Year-to-date, Maxeon Solar Technologies shows the largest decline, down 47.9%, while Canadian Solar maintains modest gains of 5%. Tech thematic ETFs show strong performance trends today. VanEck Semiconductor ETF and iShares Semiconductor ETF both reached new milestones after 3 consecutive days of gains, with strong upward trends and volatility. Both First Trust Index's Innovative Transaction and Process ETF and First Trust Nasdaq Semiconductor ETF maintain very strong positive trends despite slight declines. Looking at returns, iShares Semiconductor ETF leads the week-to-date performance at 4.6%, followed closely by First Trust Nasdaq Semiconductor ETF at 4.2%. Month-to-date, semiconductor ETFs are outperforming with iShares and First Trust Nasdaq, both up over 5.8%.
And with that, we wrap up another end-of-day technology deep dive. I'm Ira Roth, along with my AI co-host Sally Short. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports written, narrated, and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check into the channel daily for coverage of stocks, crypto, currency, and commodities. Thanks for watching.